Didier Drogba is a retired Ivorian footballer, widely regarded as one of the greatest African players in the history of the sport. Born on March 11, 1978, in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, Drogba's early life was marked by challenges. His parents, both from the Ivory Coast, moved to France when he was just 5 years old, and Drogba spent much of his childhood there, adjusting to life in a new country. At the age of 15, he returned to the Ivory Coast, where he began his football journey. Initially, Drogba's early football career wasn't as promising, but his determination led him to break through. He played for several clubs in France's lower leagues before catching the eye of the football world at Le Mans, where his performances began to shine. His breakthrough season at the French club was pivotal, which helped him secure a move to Guingamp. There, Drogba's skill, power, and goal-scoring ability flourished, cementing his place as one of the brightest talents in French football. In 2004, Drogba's career reached new heights when he transferred to Olympique de Marseille in France's Ligue 1. His success in Marseille caught the attention of top European clubs, and in 2004, he made a high-profile move to Chelsea Football Club in England, one of the top teams in the Premier League. Drogba's arrival in London marked the beginning of a highly successful period in his career, both domestically and internationally. During his time at Chelsea, Drogba became the club's talisman and one of the best forwards in Europe. His power, technical skill, and ability to perform in clutch moments made him a fan favorite. Drogba played a crucial role in Chelsea's success during the late 2000s and early 2010s, helping the club win multiple Premier League titles, FA Cups, and a memorable UEFA Champions League title in 2012. His performance in the 2012 Champions League final, where he scored the equalizing goal and converted a penalty in the shootout, is remembered as one of the most iconic moments in Chelsea's history. Throughout his career at Chelsea, Drogba developed a reputation as a big game player. His strength, aerial ability, and leadership on the field were key attributes that made him indispensable to the team. Over his 8-year tenure at Chelsea, he scored more than 150 goals and became one of the club's all-time top scorers. His influence extended beyond the pitch, with Drogba also becoming a symbol of strength and resilience for his home country. In addition to his club success, Drogba was an integral part of the Ivory Coast national team for over a decade. He earned more than 100 caps and scored 65 goals, making him the country's all-time leading goal scorer. Drogba represented Ivory Coast in multiple Africa Cup of Nations tournaments and the 2006 and 2010 FIFA World Cups. Although his national team failed to win an Africa Cup of Nations title, Drogba's leadership and presence in the team were undeniable. In 2006, Drogba led the Ivory Coast to the final of the Africa Cup of Nations, where they finished as runners-up. His success with the national team was also evident in his role as the captain, helping to guide them through a period of civil unrest in the country, using football as a unifying force. After his time at Chelsea, Drogba moved to China to play for Shanghai Shenhua in 2012 before spending a brief period at Galatasaray in Turkey, where he continued to showcase his skills. Later, he returned to North America to play for the Montreal Impact in Major League Soccer MLS before retiring in 2018. Even in the twilight of his career, Drogba remained a formidable presence on the field. Off the field, Drogba has been highly involved in charity work, using his platform to support various humanitarian causes. He played a crucial role in promoting peace in Ivory Coast during the 2010 to 2011 Civil War, famously calling for an end to the violence and using his influence to help broker peace between opposing factions. Drogba's philanthropic work continued through his Didier Drogba Foundation, which is focused on providing education and health care to underprivileged children in Ivory Coast. In recognition of his extraordinary achievements, Drogba has received numerous individual awards, including the African Player of the Year award twice, 2006-2009. He was also named in the Premier League Team of the Year on several occasions, and in 2015, he was awarded the prestigious Chelsea FC Player of the Year award by the club's fans. Drogba's contribution to football was recognized globally, and he became a role model for aspiring players, especially in Africa, where he is regarded as a football icon. Today, Drogba remains involved in the football community, both through charity work and as an ambassador for various organizations. His legacy continues to inspire young footballers worldwide, and his impact on the sport in his home country of Ivory Coast is enduring. After retiring from playing professional football, Didier Drogba transitioned into various business ventures, media, and charitable endeavors. His influence extended beyond the football pitch as he continued to build a legacy through his philanthropic initiatives. Drogba's impact on his home country, Ivory Coast, was profound. His peace-building efforts during the 2010 to 2011 Civil War are particularly remembered. He used his prominence to advocate for national unity and peace, urging people to put down their weapons and focus on the common good. This earned him significant praise from both his countrymen and the international community. Drogba's success in both football and philanthropy made him an influential figure globally. He was involved in various campaigns aimed at improving access to education and healthcare for children in Ivory Coast. His foundation, which he set up in 2007, continued to fund initiatives designed to promote youth empowerment. Among his key projects was the establishment of a hospital in his hometown of Abidjan, aiming to provide much-needed health care for underprivileged communities. Drogba's contributions to social causes, particularly in Africa, earned him numerous honors, including being named a United Nations Development Program, UNDP, Goodwill Ambassador, an accolade that reflected his positive influence on a global scale. In addition to his charitable and humanitarian efforts, Drogba was involved in the business side of football. He became a key figure in the growth of football in Africa, advocating for the improvement of the continent's football infrastructure and the establishment of better opportunities for African players both on and off the pitch. He was also part of various international campaigns and organizations aimed at promoting the development of the sport, using his profile to inspire the next generation of African athletes. Drogba's leadership and mentorship qualities have made him a respected figure in the world of football post-retirement. He frequently speaks at conferences and events, where he uses his platform to inspire others, particularly young athletes, to pursue their dreams and use sports as a way to bring about positive change. His business ventures, including endorsement deals with major brands, have helped cement his place in the commercial world, and he continues to work with organizations promoting football development, particularly in Africa. As of recent years, Drogba has expressed an interest in using his football experience to influence the future of the sport. He has openly discussed his potential involvement in football administration, aspiring to contribute to the shaping of football's future, governance, and further enhance the infrastructure of African football. Drogba's vision includes leveraging his experience as a player to influence policies that can help African footballers achieve greater success and recognition on the global stage. In recognition of his contribution to both sport and society, Drogba has received various accolades and honors. In 2021, he was named in the list of 100 most influential Africans, underscoring the enduring impact he has had on his country and the world. His legacy as an ambassador for African football and his influence on the global stage continues to resonate. His journey from a young boy in the Ivory Coast to a football legend and philanthropist stands as a testament to the power of perseverance, leadership, and the unifying force of sport. Even in retirement, Didier Drogba remains an enduring figure in the world of football. His name is synonymous with excellence, resilience, and dedication, not only as a player but also as an influential public figure. Whether through his work with the Didier Drogba Foundation, his business ventures, or his leadership in football administration, Drogba's contributions continue to impact lives across the globe. He remains one of Africa's greatest ever footballers, and his journey from a child with a dream to an international icon serves as an inspiration to millions worldwide. Didier Drogba's journey also represents the power of football to transform lives. His rise from humble beginnings to the pinnacle of world football is not just a story of individual achievement, but also a reflection of the broader potential of the sport to shape cultures and inspire communities. His ability to balance both the sport and his social responsibilities is what truly sets him apart from many other football legends. He remains an advocate for the underprivileged, using his global stature to shed light on issues such as poverty, education, and healthcare, particularly in the African continent. Drogba's influence in football administration has extended beyond his playing days, as he has continuously sought ways to improve the state of football governance, not just in Ivory Coast, but also across Africa. He has expressed concerns about the lack of resources and opportunities for players in Africa, and he has often discussed ways to improve the infrastructure for young players aspiring to make it to the global stage. His vision includes working on strengthening football federations, improving grassroots programs, and creating better pathways for young African footballers to succeed in European clubs and international competitions. In addition to his influence within football, Drogba has also made significant strides in business. His ventures have helped him remain a prominent figure in the public eye. He has invested in various business sectors, including sports management, entertainment, and even technology. These investments have kept him involved in industries that complement his passion for football and social change. His entrepreneurial spirit allows him to continue having a positive impact on the world while continuing to build a successful post-retirement career. Though Drogba officially retired from playing in 2018, his public appearances continue to captivate audiences. He often returns to Chelsea, where he is hailed as a club legend, and his legacy there remains deeply entrenched. His impact on Chelsea FC, in particular, cannot be overstated. His years at the club transformed it into a dominant force in both English and European football, and his leadership during the club's most successful years is remembered fondly by fans. Drogba's contributions to Chelsea are not only measured in goals and titles, but in the way he elevated the team's mentality, showing them how to win in the most difficult moments. His departure from professional football did not diminish his desire to stay involved with the sport. In recent years, Drogba has been rumored to take on roles in football administration or perhaps even management, though he has remained focused on his philanthropic projects and other business interests. His name continues to be associated with leadership, both on and off the pitch. In the larger narrative of African football, Drogba is not only a symbol of success, but also a figurehead for the opportunities that football can provide to players from the continent. Through his foundation, his public advocacy, and his role in various football-related projects, Drogba has created a legacy that extends far beyond his own career. His commitment to using football as a tool for good, his influence on the global stage, and his ongoing role in football development ensure that his impact will continue to be felt for years to come. Drogba's story is not simply one of triumph on the field, but also one of resilience, giving back, and paving the way for others. He has used his platform to amplify the voices of those who don't have the same opportunities, and through his leadership, he has contributed to positive change both in his home country and beyond. As time passes, Didier Drogba's reputation as one of Africa's greatest ambassadors will only continue to grow, and his legacy as a footballer, philanthropist, and social leader will remain firmly intact, inspiring generations to come. Didier Drogba's legacy continues to resonate beyond football, leaving an indelible mark on both the sport and society. His involvement in post-football life is a testament to his multifaceted impact, which goes beyond his on-field prowess. He has maintained a powerful voice in global discussions on African football, player welfare, and football governance. His passion for improving the conditions of African football players and advocating for better structures within the sport remains central to his mission. Through his foundation, Drogba has empowered a significant number of youth across Africa, offering scholarships, educational opportunities, and medical support. These initiatives have gone a long way in creating sustainable change for young people in Ivory Coast and other African countries. The Didier Drogba Foundation has provided essential resources, focusing on both short-term aid and long-term structural improvements. Drogba's role in these efforts has been crucial, often using his personal connections and stature to raise awareness and funding for causes that might otherwise have been overlooked. His stature in the football world has also allowed him to bring attention to the critical need for greater representation of African nations in football administration. Drogba has advocated for increased African presence in key global football governing bodies, such as FIFA and the Confederation of African Football, CAF, hoping to bring more African influence to the decisions that shape the global football landscape. He believes that African footballers should have more of a voice in determining the future of the sport in their home countries and worldwide, and he has actively pursued opportunities to make this a reality. In 2018, Drogba was named as the president of the Ivorian Football Federation, FIF, election candidate, though he did not win. Nonetheless, his candidacy was a powerful symbol of his commitment to the future of football in his homeland. He used the platform to address issues affecting Ivorian football, such as corruption, lack of development programs, and the need for greater investment in youth football. His candidacy for the top role in Ivorian football demonstrated his unwavering dedication to improving the sport not just for professional,